One. Hello, hello.
Hey,
Hey. I'm gonna start the countdown. All right, you guys? Hello.
hey, I needed a little bit more time with that intro music still.
Yeah, me too.
That was kind of,
That was a
that was bumping.
Oh my goodness. So you guys are good?
good.
Fantastic.
How are you?
I'm good.
That's good.
I'm good. Yeah. Went outside, enjoyed the weather for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Got some vitamin D.
Awesome.
Easy there.
I said nothing. I said awesome.
I know.
I'm glad it's nice and warm outside. So,
Finally, yes.
well, we're not in the clear yet. It's still March.
I know. I'm
You
waiting.
never know what March has up its sleeve. So,
I know. I'm waiting.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. How about you, Tim? How was your day? How was work? Did you go to work today?
I actually had to go into work today, yeah.
Oh,
And that went very well. It went very,
That's good.
very well.
That's good.
Yeah. Today was a crazy day. I can't lie. There was some ups and downs today.
Oh,
Yeah, but
but
it
you're here
it
with us now.
it's it ended on an up.
That's good.
that's good. That's good.
Happy to hear it.
Yes. Hello, Des. When you guys are coming in, say hi so we know who's in our chat, who's watching. Let us know. Say hi. What's up?
Yo, don't make her tell you what to do, boss. Don't let her talk to you like
No.
that. Not even a
Here
little
it-
please or a little
Okay.
nothing. Yeah, yo.
Okay. Sorry. Please let us know when you guys are walking into our chat.
It's a little better.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. Do you guys have anything planned for the rest of the week?
Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
Hey.
I don't think I know you, but hey.
I went to high school with her, actually.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Michelle, we're
Welcome.
gonna need you, please
Yes.
and thank you, to drop some whatever tea you have in the comments section.
Mm-hmm.
That would be
I
greatly
wasn't.
appreciated.
I was an angel in high school.
Okay. Alrighty.
Oh, okay, no problem.
I actually noticed.
That's what I expected.
Of course. I actually noticed that my sister from Toronto follows you, Tim. She
Your
commented
sister
on what
from
Toronto.
your,
Yeah, Pauline. What's Dawkins? I think her last name is.
that's your sister?
That's my sister. It's my half sister.
Oh,
No.
she
Yeah.
follows me on what?
She probably follows you on Instagram, but I know she made a comment on your Facebook page recently.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is she on?
And Danny,
Uh,
Michelle said, no way, Danny's a good girl. So I guess we
See?
have confirmation, Tim.
I was an angel.
You prep. That
I
looks like
wouldn't
prep.
I wouldn't
That
push
looks
you,
like prep to me. That looks like, hey, oh, you're coming on, hey. So ixnay on the
Make sure you
past
say
day.
something good. That's funny.
How are you guys in high school? Let's go there.
Oh, I was actually good.
Uh-huh.
No question about that. Yeah, I was kind of like the big sister of the group, I guess you can say.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I made sure everyone was good.
That's good.
So, but I did behave in high school. No wild enough for me. Not really,
Right.
at least.
Okay, that's honest. Not an angel, but she's good.
Michelle, Why would you do that?
Let me tell you, man, high school, man, high school. I was good. Like when you talk about bad, like if being bad, like I was good, but I wasn't like I didn't get in any trouble, but I wasn't really like I wasn't fully doing what I should be doing, let's say.
So what you're saying is you didn't get caught.
No, I'm saying like I didn't take high school seriously till grade
12 like
grade
everyone
12.
else.
Gotcha.
But like no one could say, oh, Tim's like mean or Tim's like,
Mhm.
doing bad stuff.
So what you guys are saying is it all went downhill after high school.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it took me it was into my
Yeah.
30s when I started acting the fool. I did it backwards.
Yeah.
But still no legal stuff. The legal stuff will get you. Like
Tim, this is public, so make sure you keep all that.
no, I'm just saying, not like legally.
Being real. Being real.
Yep.
Like man, I have just trust me, I can't like I can't do bad stuff. Like I
Right.
couldn't. Like there's times you just want to like, oh my god, it's like, oh snap, my job. Like yeah, so
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah. See, Michelle, she agrees with me. High school was tough. We stuck together and behaved as best as possible.
all right.
So,
What's your worst high school memory? Or what's the worst thing that happened? We didn't discuss this. When we were talking about high school, what like if there was there a moment or something that you went through in high school that was like bad?
I wouldn't say bad. Like I went again. I live in Morinville. For those that don't know, so I went to a small community where everyone kind of knows you. School. So you
Yeah.
couldn't really do anything bad because your parents would find out.
And everybody was doing bad stuff in them small towns?
Exactly.
Like how many bonfire parties did you go to?
I went to like maybe two. One cops came and we ran for our lives. I think Michelle was there actually. Cops came, we ran through like a pond that stunk. My jeans stunk. It was bad. Yeah.
What about you,
How about you?
Kiki?
For me, well, one of my worst experiences, I guess you could say, in high school is when I got into a car accident in grade 10.
Oh snap! Now wait.
Mm.
So
That wasn't
high school is in Canada.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So grade 10, 16, close friend of mine at the time, we were studying and we were heading home and it was the winter time. I think it was January, February. It's like probably minus 20 below. And we
Ugh.
got T-boned. So
Ooh.
yeah, that was a rough experience, but we all came out of it okay. But
Good to hear.
there were some injuries. I luckily wasn't injured. But yeah, that was probably one of my worst. And then, just friendship stuff. Like I had a
Yeah.
pretty close clique for most of high school. And there was a period of time where people kind of went their separate ways. But it wasn't like when you kind of expect that, because people say all the time, oh, like you're going to lose friends and stuff like that. But there was
Yeah.
more surrounding it. But when that whole entire thing went down, it was kind of a big thing. Getting called
Fair.
down to the office when you had nothing to do with the situations that were going on behind the scenes, but because you were associated. Yeah. So those were times that weren't necessarily the funnest, but learning experiences for sure. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But overall, like I loved my high school experience. It was a good time. It was.
So Tim, you have some stories.
I don't even honestly. I asked that question and I don't even know which one to pick.
Oh. Okay.
As a guy who's like, I'm just under 6'3".
Mm-hmm.
I started grade 10 5'4".
Damn.
Yeah,
Oh, you're one of those.
I was one of those in Ross Shepherd in 1992.
Wow.
Like, yo, Like there were some good memories. There's some good memories, but some of the other would stick out more, man. Like I'll give you I'll give you one that could have ended badly, but now is just hilarious.
Okay.
So
Let me get comfortable for this.
you should get comfortable. Grade 11, and I'm a January birthday, so I start young. I'm usually one of the youngest ones in my grade, right?
Right.
So it's grade 11. I'm working at McDonald's. Okay. There was this dude that I worked with, and he also went to Shep. I just remember there was this one day, finishing shift. He comes in the locker room. We talk, we joke. Cool, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, couple days, there's a rumor going around that this dude caught me in the McDonald's change room masturbating.
Oh.
Imagine 1993, 94,
Wow.
a school of 2,200 students and a huge black population. And you know black people love to laugh.
Yeah.
Every day for 2 weeks, this guy is doing. People I don't know. White, like everybody, people I don't know. Like, it was brutal.
Wow.
It was brutal.
Was he older than you?
No, we're same age.
Okay.
Same age. But again, at this time, I'm really good at this time. Like, I don't do anything. I go to church. If anything, the only thing you can say is that I may not study, and I may be late to my class. But other than it, I don't get myself into any trouble. I'm not mean. You know, I'm just. But that was. I look back and I'm like, holy crap! Like, you know, we are raised a little bit tougher, and even our age group isn't that tough. But like, we were raised a little bit tougher back then. Like, you know what I mean? The whole world isn't going to go to a crashing halt because people are teasing you or bullying you, right? Like that.
Right.
And today, that would be bullying. That would be, you know, case closed. Like what? It would be, and even the fact with the masturbation side of it, like there could be like a sexual side of the accusation as well, right?
Right.
So, I remember that's when I learned that you don't show embarrassment. I learned that lesson there. But when I was like, no, that didn't happen, yo, they laugh harder.
Right.
Exactly.
But by week 2, and people were doing that, I'm 5'11", so I'm in grade 8. So I grew a little bit. I was about 5'8" by then, grade 11. And they're coming at me, and I'm like, really? That's still funny? And then they're like, oh. Now they look like an idiot because I'm just standing there looking at them.
Right, and it's not affecting
you. And then boom, it was over.
Mm-hmm.
It was just over.
Right.
And so I never, almost never would show embarrassment, because like people that want to laugh at you, people that want to stick it to you, they'll feed off of that. You know?
Of course.
But that's grade 11 for Tim. Wow. Bad. It was rough.
And then when did you hit like 6 foot? What age?
The summer. Is that 95? Yeah, no, the summer going into my upgrade year. Okay. I grew from like 5'10", 5'11" to 6'1" over a summer.
Wow.
Yeah. I came home from, I was at a cadet camp for like outside every day for like 6 weeks. And I came home and it was like, what the heck? Yeah. And I didn't get to the height I'm at now till after high school.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My father said he was a late bloomer too. There's some interesting science on that, but I'm not going to get into that right now.
All right. Well, on that note, welcome to Let's Be Real. I'm your host, Danielle, along with my co-hosts, Kiki at the top and Tim at the bottom. Hello. On this show, we normally talk about relationships, current events, issues, small businesses, and arts in the African and Caribbean community. So throughout the show, we would like you to comment. If you have anything to say, we like to hear it. So let's get ready to be real.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So I don't know if you guys have heard about the vaccine passports.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So for those that haven't heard about it, supposedly Israel already has it, and most European countries are working on getting it. I've been hearing Canada and US are planning to adopt that. Not sure if that's going to happen. What are your guys' thoughts about the vaccine passport?
I think we touched on something similar with like the mandatory,
right?
The mandatory nature of it, and personally, I kind of expect it.
Fair enough, yeah.
And now there's going to be some countries that don't mandate this, correct?
Correct.
So if you're going to a country that doesn't mandate it, then you're fine.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you come back into your country, if you don't, and your country supports that, if you don't have that, then you'll have to quarantine or something like that, correct?
But would you be able to leave in the first place if your country supports it?
I think you'll be able to leave. I think coming back might be an issue.
Huh.
I don't know how Israel. I don't know. I don't know how Israel has that working. Like they didn't explain the whole workings of how they're dealing with it. Mm-hmm. So I think every country is going to be have different rules with it. Yeah.
But there's some countries that they don't really care about like what you think when they're passing legislation. Just, you know what I'm saying? There's some places you don't like it, hey? Okay.
My question is, like, let's say, for instance, depending on where you're going, you know, sometimes you have a connecting flight somewhere. So let's say, I don't know, you hop on a plane and then you go somewhere where you don't need the vaccine passport.
Right.
But then your next connecting flight, you do.
Right.
That's where I feel like things could get tricky.
Didn't think of it that way.
Yeah, that literally just popped in my head.
But I would say though, well, hopefully, the whoever that is, like whatever country that is, when you're booking your flight, they've built those parameters in to your search. But again, it would be it'd be your best interest to check that before you do what you do.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, of course. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
Did I ever tell you the story where I got my passport got stolen in Rome?
No.
No.
Oh Lord. That's nothing to do with this. Maybe I'll tell you guys that. I'll tell you that story another time.
Okay.
Rough.
Jeez. So
I'm
how long were you
super
stuck
curious
there for?
now.
Right? I'm just like, how long were you stuck there for? What happened? How did it get stolen? So many questions.
No. No, let's move on. We already kind of.
Do you think the vaccine passport is worth it if it does come into fruition?
If you took the vaccine or plan to,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like if you're pro-vax, then it's like, give me. I'm a true patriot. Give me that.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
If you are weary about the vaccine but love to travel, you're going to be, if you're going to be feeling away, or you're going to be faced with some tough decisions. Definitely.
Wasn't there a vaccine that was recently not recalled? I don't know.
No, they had. It's not banned. They had some. There was a blood clot issue if you take the vaccine.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. I saw that. Yeah.
That's what it was.
As soon as I saw that, I was like, definitely not taking it now. That just not happening now.
Tim, your thoughts on taking the vaccine overall? Would you take it?
No.
Or would you just take it because you need to take it?
No.
Or would you take it?
I would go as long as I can without taking it.
Okay.
I would go as long as I can without taking the vaccine.
Yeah.
I'm not running to take the vaccine.
Right.
But like I said, like if I needed to take the vaccine, like if it was a matter of my job, I'm taking the
Right.
vaccine.
Yeah.
But
I hear you.
if anything happens to me, good Lord, help everybody. And I may not be around, but listen, I'm making sure my kids, they better be well taken care of.
Yeah.
Well, you can haunt people if you're not around. So
Yeah, I'm not sold, or I can't guarantee that.
Oh,
So
okay.
make sure the money thing
Right.
sorted.
Right. I know Kiki, we had a conversation about the what was it? If someone has HIV, if they should disclose it.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I came across it was actually on Instagram. Someone that I follow. She's like a YouTuber, an author, and stuff like that. And an interesting topic that she brought up, and I guess it came up from another YouTuber. I guess there was this video where this guy was talking about whether or not, individuals who have HIV, whether they should disclose this information to someone that they're seeing or sexually active with. But I guess you could say it wasn't so much a twist, but they were justifying that you didn't have to if you were on antiviral medication and it was undetectable. So this kind of sparked quite a bit of controversy. So yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on that one? Do you feel like it's up to the individual who does have HIV, whether they're undetectable or not, to disclose that information? Or should it be the other person, like, having these conversations willingly, like, making sure that they know about their partner's sexual history beforehand? Or is it a combination of both?
Well, if something isn't detectable, right? And you're doing your due diligence. Like, do you know what I mean? You know when people lie by omission?
Right.
Hey, do you have any are you, like, can you do an STD test? And then, they're doing their drugs, they go and they're like, here you go. And it says that they're free and clear. So it's at that point, like, I think that's ethical. It's an ethical decision or conversation to be had by the person who's positive.
Right.
Because as a person who's not positive, or may not, or has no diseases, and you kind of assume most people don't, you may just ask, like, when's the last time you got tested?
Right.
And then you ask them when they got tested, and they say, oh, last month. Hey, look. Oh, okay, cool, good to go.
Right.
So I would say that for doing it's usually you doing your due diligence, and you might have to reword, like, due diligence might have to be reworded based on the science that is out right now. So, like, my God, like,
that's true. I mean, because there's a lot of, like, stigma.
Stigma? That's saying lightly. Like, that was the plague. That was if you ever went anywhere near it.
Right.
Like, my age group. Like, if you were watching TV and it just saying no, AIDS, it's gonna kill you. Like that was the 80s and the early 90s. So, like, my God.
Right. Yeah. And things are different now. People are a lot more aware about the disease. But just like STIs in general, a lot of people, I find, like, shy away from having those conversations.
Right.
So that's what I meant, kind of like stigma, kind of like an umbrella term for, HIV and the other STIs that are out there.
No. I totally get where you're coming from. But, like, do you know what I mean?
No, I get what you're saying.
Like, people look at it, it's like a death sentence,
Yeah.
But it's
but
crazy
now they have like PrEP and all that stuff. Like, you can take PrEP and whatnot. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was interesting. I thought it was super interesting.
Now, so what was the overarching like idea or like sentiment of the
Like,
people when you're
so
watching?
the initial video, the people who posted the video said, if you're undetectable, you don't have to disclose that you have HIV. Like if you're taking medication and you're not detectable. But then there were a lot of people who were upset saying, no, you should. Like, you know what I mean? So
My
I
God,
guess it was kind of like a 50-50. Or no, I feel like most people were saying that you needed to tell the person.
that would be honestly right there is the biggest dirty dry snitch that you have HIV.
Mm-hmm.
If you're gonna be like, no, you don't have to say anything. Yo, right there.
Yeah.
And they were basically saying like it's up to the other person like to be asking those questions because they're like don't ask, don't tell kind of thing is what they were saying.
So basically the whole omission thing.
Right.
So just because I didn't ask that if you were married, you didn't have to tell me that you had a whole spouse. That's on you. You didn't ask. Like that's the whole thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, you didn't ask, so like what? Ethics.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
But what happens is people don't want to limit their opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So they think they do their due diligence.
Can someone actually check? Like, I don't have anything I could look up right now. Can someone check? Because someone was saying, I don't know how true this is. In certain places, by law, you have to tell someone if you have HIV. But I don't know how true that is. So if someone can quickly Google that, maybe, or search something and see what comes up. And in the meantime, we have a comment here by Aisha. She says, there was a guy who was HIV positive in Toronto in the late 90s. He went around infecting people by not telling them he had it, and he was found liable and sued and charged criminally too.
See, now the thing about the 90s, I don't think that they had these. I don't think they had what they have now. That you could literally, like, you have it, but you can't pass it on based on the treatment.
Right.
So, like, that's a whole level of evil. Mm-hmm. Didn't something like that happen in Trinidad some years back? A girl.
I feel like
there's a girl that went down to Trinidad to, have some fun, came back with HIV, and went back and then infected something like 40 people.
Yeah, but I can't remember when that happened, but I remember that story.
Yo, that's a different kind of wicked, eh?
Yeah. Yes.
Like, do you know what I mean? That's a different kind of wicked.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if someone didn't tell me that they were HIV positive, I would probably kill them. I would probably kill them. Like, I mean, it's
So Aisha said, no, you don't have to disclose it.
Oh, you okay?
Okay, watch
well,
this.
Then I guess you better get to asking those questions.
Yeah.
Are you guys the type of individuals who ask questions like that? Like when you get into a relationship or?
I ask, and I hope that person would also tell me.
Yeah. And that's the thing. I mean, them telling you is one thing, but yeah. But honestly, again, I guess it depends on the level of the relationship or the interaction with the person.
Also true. Yeah. Also true. But either way, if I'm going to go to bed with someone, I would hope they would tell me.
My God in heaven.
Tim's just like, I'm not touching this topic anymore.
Well, no, it's just like, yo, like, that's some... Really, though? You're not going to say? Like, if you really value that person and you're not going to say anything?
That's what I said. I guess it depends on the level of the relationship or the interaction. Because what if it's like a one-night stand or you guys are just, friends with benefits or casually linking up?
Then again,
there might not be that level of care.
Right. And they could be, the guy's wearing a condom. And so, you're doing that thing. So with the condom and with this or with that, then
And the
it should
medication,
be safe.
and they're undetectable,
So,
and
whew, I
the
just don't want that
person's
to
on
be me. I
PrEP
don't
or
want to be in
not.
that
There's like
situation.
so many
Variables,
variables.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah, no, I thought it was interesting.
Wow. That is very interesting. Now I kind of want the page so I can just see what the comments were.
Des said
Well,
that
the
she was
person
from
who I
Germany.
saw
Yeah,
bring
he
it up.
knows the story.
What was that say?
Des says that she was from Germany.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like, sex tourism is a thing.
Oh yes, a lot of people who go to Africa.
Yep.
Trust.
Yep.
Yep.
You hear stories about that all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or they go to, there was a place, what was it called? What was it called? The gas pump? They go to the gas pump too? You guys remember, guys? Like, look at Danielle. Okay. Yes, yeah, Tobago, yeah.
That's funny.
Oh Lord, the gas pump that does not exist anymore.
You had a few nights at the gas pump.
I had a few laugh. Like if I wanted a good laugh, I would go to the gas pump.
Can't lie. When I first started going out, I heard there was a really good system for karaoke at the gas pump. So it was like Tuesday night, and I would go. And it was like for karaoke, it wasn't too bad.
I don't even know what the gas pump is, so that's why.
You don't need to know.
I'm just listening,
pump,
and at least I don't think I do. I don't think I do.
I don't think you. No.
I don't think. No. That's not the place for you.
No, it's not a place for you. No.
Actually, yeah. Callie Maynard, that's my aunt, by the way. She said, "I loved the gas. I loved the gas pump." So she obviously knows what you guys are talking about.
You guys should have a conversation.
Alrighty.
I'm sure she can tell you stories.
We'll do.
Especially since she loved it.
Exactly.
Yo, let me in on those stories. I want to hear.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny.
Man. Jeez. Did you guys hear about the Chrome Nail Salon after party? I mean, if you didn't hear about it, you guys
like
must have
200 people.
Yes, 200 people, but they claimed it was only 15.
Okay.
So
yeah, I saw some of those clips.
Right? Where 15 people where?
Yeah, exactly.
So for those that don't know, my brother picked up. Wow, Des. Wow. I'm not even going to read that full sentence.
What? What did he say?
I'll read it.
Okay,
My brother picked up a midget at the gas pump. I'm okay with reading it because I don't know what the gas pump is. So.
Yes, it was where you go to get to pre-drink to go to the actual club. Yes. Or if you just didn't want to go out.
So you were getting gassed up for the club, basically.
Or if you just wanted a good laugh. If you just wanted a good laugh.
Gotcha.
You would just.
Nah, man, I don't like cringe-worthy moments. Like I don't like that. You know, like if you're going to a place like that for laughs, you're also watching like the bloopers on American Idol. Like I can't watch that. You know what I mean? When someone like thinks they can sing, and they're out there just
American Idol. I get what you're saying though. It's just funny.
Yeah. No. If you're going there to have a laugh, that means you're laughing at people. It's like, look at them. No, I can't do that.
No, it's just like you can see it happening, but you can't stop looking away. Like you just know it's going to be a tragic, like a bad train crash. You want to look away, but you can't because you know how bad it's going to end.
Walked in willingly to a train wreck. But that's not
willingly to a train
you're just
wreck.
like, there's a train wreck viewing here tonight? Okay. No cover I get in free? Perfect.
Actually, the first time I went there, I didn't even know what the gas pump was. And I was literally like in shock of what I was seeing. That's all I'm going to say.
You see, they did have a good good music and a wicked sound system.
Yes.
They had a wicked sound system, man.
Sound system was good, yeah.
And their karaoke DJ had every song. Like any song you wanted, you could sing it there. Because
Really?
he had like the catalog, right? But it was dreary. Like 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 you know what I mean? I was in like
Well,
Sherwood Forest. You're in there like this. I don't feel safe. Like
So
wasn't
how
it
long
under
did this
a?
place exist? Like,
I
roughly.
knew about it late.
Okay.
I knew about it late.
I think
But
maybe
wasn't it?
2015 is when I went there a couple times, and then
Yeah,
I couldn't do that. Yeah,
yeah. Wasn't it under like an apartment or
yeah. It was at
something?
it's the
Yeah,
basement. It's the basement to a basement to an apartment building.
yeah. Kendra, next we'll drive by it and I'll be like, that's where it was.
Where? Like, where in the
It was
city?
like it was down like off
Downtown.
downtown, but like off Jasper.
Okay. The more you
Yeah.
Like
talk, I'm kind of like, but I'll leave it at that.
the only the only time, like I only went there
You
on
know, I'm kind of
Tuesdays.
like, wait,
I
exactly.
never even went there on their notorious nights, like the Friday night, Saturday
Oh,
night. I never
Notorious
even went on
night.
that. I only went for karaoke.
That's
so you
funny.
miss some good times.
No. I don't think I did.
I don't
I
think I've
think
ever
I
been there, but now that you guys are talking about it, I feel like I have
Okay.
heard about it,
Okay.
possibly.
You say Crystal Days? Are you talking about
Crystal Lounge.
like Crystal Lounge?
That was in the basement. That was
Was it
legit in the
Crystal Lounge?
basement.
No, Crystal Lounge was upstairs.
No, Crystal Lounge was on Jasper in a basement. Because I
I
remember anytime I go to Crystal Lounge, I'd make sure I'm by the stairs because things would always pop off. So I'm ready to leave.
Yo man.
I'm ready to go up those stairs.
She's ready to hightail it out of
Oh
there.
man.
Because there was no
See,
other exit but the stairs.
I heard about it. It was notorious. Like,
Yeah.
so when I turned 18 in 1996,
Woo.
and I would always hear like the dudes. We used to go play. Look at you laughing. I see your face.
I'm not I'm just because I was
She's
two,
like, oh my
I was
god.
2 years old in
Right.
'96. Which,
Oh,
yeah.
right. Caliente's was in the basement. Crystal Lounge
So
was on the
there,
second floor. Yes, yes,
yeah.
yes,
See, I knew that, but I'd never been in there,
Right, right.
right? And I would hear about Club Malibu. I'd hear
Mm-hmm.
about Barry Tees.
Oh, my
Barely
mom's
Teen.
talked about.
I heard
Barely Teen.
about Sidetrack. That's a lot of my musician friends did a lot of their shows there.
Mm-hmm.
I heard about
Cowboys.
Crystal Lounge, and then yeah, there was Cowboys. And
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys was on the West End, right? There was one of Cowboys
Yeah,
on the West End.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would hear about but I
Like
never went. I had no real interest in going, but
I
I'd
only
heard
went
about
to
that.
I only went to Cowboys because my friends would drag me for the dollar beers.
I heard about that 25-cent draft,
25, yeah.
dollar beer, and I'm like, you people are still alive when you could pay.
Wow,
But the thing is that they were so watered down, so you could have like so many and
Uh,
you'd be fine. So that's the only thing.
that's funny.
Oh, good
Look at you
times.
guys reliving your
Now I'm
Mm-hmm.
not
days.
living. Like only thing I know about Crystal Lounge for me is a friend of mine, well, friend. He was like some friends there. I knew him since he came to the country,
Right.
and he got killed there. He was only
Oh
16.
wow.
Wow.
You know, everybody from Edmonton remembers that. If you've been in Edmonton a long time, you remember that. That was rough. That was real rough.
Mm.
He was only 16. He shouldn't even have been in the place.
Yeah.
And you know, yeah.
But that was that
Yeah,
I
I
remember that
always
'cause
heard about that.
that was a time where no one really checked ID. If you had one, no, legit. If you had one, like if it was even fake, you'd get in. Like that was remember times I don't know if Michelle, were you with me? Where we would go to like the bars here in Morinville on our spare. And I was like 16, 17 at the time.
Wow.
Yeah. My mom doesn't know that, but she'll know now.
Club
Yeah,
Malibu. I was
just
always a
about to
speaker
say.
dancer and sober because I was the designated. Look at Michelle.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah. I think Michelle was
Yeah.
like one of the only few people that drove that at that time,
That's funny.
if I'm not
Man,
mistaken.
no, see, yeah, all that time. I went to let's see what you veterans. I was dating this girl and she wanted me. We were just on white eating and
The
whatever,
zoo.
and she
Yeah.
wanted me to come into this place with her. Just come in with me. I was like, no, I don't go to clubs. I'm a church, Da, da, da. But I went in with her, and it was Iron Horse. Iron Horse on, I think
Oh,
that's like
yeah.
MKT or Market now or whatever.
Yeah, yeah,
And other than that, the only other place that I went to, it was a lounge. It was called Stoley's, and it was on White. It was an upstairs lounge. It was fun. It was,
Oh, yeah, I remember that. There was
and I
also
think
one
it
on,
burned down. Ended up burning down.
yeah, there was also one on White Ave. It was in the basement. Can't remember what it was called.
And
But
that the time
it
we
was,
went to Stoley's, it was like
yeah.
2002. And
Huh.
then the next time I went to a club or I went to anything, that was a lounge. But the next time, the first club in Edmonton was Society. That was like
Mm.
2014.
Wow. Trying to
But yeah,
think.
I missed that whole
that I
thing. I
went
heard there
to.
were some good nights though.
First club I went to was Union when I was 18.
Union. Wow.
Yep. But
Times, good times, good times.
My name was Priscilla Pumpkin.
what?
What?
You were right.
Interesting.
Even if I had the worst, fakest of fake ID, I would get in. I had a fake ID and my name was Priscilla Pumpkin. Like it was clearly fake, but it worked everywhere back then.
Oh
See,
my
I told you, no one looked at IDs back then.
Priscilla Pumpkin. Wow.
And Callie, I was saying the zoo here in Warrenville. Yes, that place no longer exists though. They closed down.
Wait, so Callie, how do you know about
I was just
Morinville
about
bars?
to say,
A
what
lot
were
of
you
people in
doing
Edmonton-
out in Morinville going
A
to
lot
the
of
club?
people here is the thing. A lot of people in Edmonton used to come here to party.
Wow.
Yeah,
What
a lot
happens
of
in
people.
Morinville stays in Morinville.
Stays in
eh?
Warrenville. Yep. Yep.
Interesting.
Yep.
That's funny.
Oh, good times. Anyway, back to the story of Chrome. So, he went, I don't know if you guys saw the aftermath, how he went on live TV saying, I'm sorry, I was down in my luck, my business wasn't making any money. But that same night, he went on his, I think it was Snapchat or Instagram Live,
Mm-hmm.
saying, I don't care, they can find me, I'll pay it.
See,
So
there you
people,
go.
so it's just like, should we feel bad for him, or should he?
Feel bad for what? No, man.
Well, that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like on
I'm saying.
What's
on
the
live
fine
TV.
though?
Like people forget
I
that
think it was
social
like-
media exists.
Exactly. Yeah, I think the fine was like 1,700. It wasn't that big.
For
And
200
then everyone-
people.
So
For 200
200 people. Yo,
But if I had 10 people at my house, we'd be getting charged like $1,000 and up a pop.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. To me, that's a slap on the wrist.
Exactly. And I'm sure he's going to be doing it again.
Oh,
100%.
Yeah.
We all know it's probably been going on. It's just
Mm-hmm.
they're not getting caught, right?
Exactly. And the amount of underground parties that are happening right now, to be honest.
well, so and so the last time we were on here, I think it was not this last time, but the one before, we were checking, and those numbers haven't changed. Like that restriction hasn't loosened since December 8th, I believe.
No.
No, I don't think so. Not for gatherings.
Let me just double check.
I know retail capacity has changed, I think, from like 15% to 25%. But for, like personal gatherings and stuff, not to my knowledge. But
Still the same. It won't change until I think like stage 4.
Yeah, December 8th. 2 close contacts.
Mm-hmm.
Lame.
Yep.
Lame. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not like the thing we're gonna need the most when this is all done is counseling. Like people are gonna need to sit down and talk to somebody.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's like I'm not gonna equate it to jail, but if somebody's been in jail for longer than a few months, they can get institutionalized.
right.
Mhm.
And people are gonna have to relearn how to properly interact. They're gonna relearn, people are literally afraid of one another. That's
Yes.
not good.
And I've been having these conversations. I'm like, it is changing our humanity, or changing
Really is.
our psyche.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's scary because, at least as Canadians, for the most part, we walk down the street, we're fairly friendly, you know, we're good neighbors and stuff like that. And now that the pandemic exists, like sometimes you're walking down, you know, the street and someone's coming from the opposite direction, and it's like you're going out of your way to avoid those people, you know what I mean? So it's weird. It's a weird feeling. So I definitely agree with you, Tim, on that.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask, when's Kelly's birthday? Because are we invited?
It's June 8th, which is actually my mom's birthday as well. They have the same birthday.
Oh wow.
Nice.
Yes. So hey, at least that's right before the summer. So if things stay on track, I'll be happy with that. It'd be
nice to have some Carrie West and some, but even at that, even if
something, okay? Here I am approaching another COVID birthday. Yes. Oh well, it is what it is.
Yeah. Do you think the fine should be bigger if people get caught for having a lot of people in
200 people and it's a business? Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. If I have 3 of my family members over and they're fining me over $1,000, I don't think that's fair. I don't know. Where's the consistency?
Yeah. No, I agree.
I don't know.
100%.
I just feel like there needs to be, I don't know, a different level for the magnitude of that situation.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure we'll hear about it again soon.
Oh yes, the gift that keeps on giving. Good old COVID.
Yep. So did you guys hear about the Kirk Franklin cussing his son?
Yes.
I'm sure everyone heard about that because he was cussing up and down the storm. It was I found it quite funny. Because I was just like, why? No, go ahead.
Did you guys find it shocking? Like,
No.
For me personally, when I heard it, yes, I understand, you know, he's a celebrity and the type of celebrity he is and whatnot. But, I mean, maybe this is just because, I don't know, to me it just sounded like a parent who was frustrated, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
But, I don't know. There's more to it, of course, obviously, but...
Yeah.
Do I think that he should be canceled because of it? No, definitely not. And the people that were saying that, I don't agree with that.
Yeah, it's not that they want to cancel him. They want to boycott him. So.
Yeah, that's not happening.
Yeah.
If people still pumping R. Kelly, they're gonna pump some Kirk.
Well, I was gonna say, you know what I mean? Then you gotta look. You gotta look down the list and see, like, okay.
That guy produced, but again, like, it's funny that the church community would want to cancel somebody because the church community's been rife with all kinds of scandals, and that's nothing.
Yeah,
that's nothing. Like, you know, like for me, I don't even. Man, I'm not saying I cuss like that. I don't cuss to my kids like that.
Right.
But, you know, if you heard me talk to, like, you know, when you catch your kid is doing something. Everybody would be a little bit embarrassed for the things that, you know, that you say in private. Anything that we do in private. Humans naturally are private beings. There's all kind of, you know, what behind closed door, that's your inner sanctum, right?
Right.
And to me, more than anything, it's his son that he would do that to his father. Like, to me, that's the only thing that stands out.
Yeah,
so you feel like, not disappointed, that's not the word I'm looking for, but you're more side-eyeing that the son went behind his dad's back and sort of exposed that.
Could care less.
Versus...
I could care less about Kirk Franklin cussing. Could care less. Let me tell you, like, right, I'm resident church boy out of this group here, so this is one of the things I thought about. In the Bible, right, Peter, Saint Peter, he's called is called the Rock, because Jesus said to him, "Upon this rock I'll build my church, and the gates of hell should not prevail against it." And so a lot of times when you see like movies and stuff, it's usually Saint Peter at the gate. But if you read the scripture, Peter has a hot hot temper. And he cusses people in a minute. When they were arresting Jesus, Peter's the one that pulls out his sword, cuts off a soldier's ear.
Right.
Jesus picks it up, puts it back on. But at the same time, he also denied that he even knew Jesus when people were asking him, like, yo, aren't you one of those guys? And then and the Bible says he starts cussing them. But when Jesus is resurrected, he says, go get the disciples. He says, and Peter. You know? Because you know that Peter, with what he did, might have disqualified himself from being a disciple because he felt all guilty about what he did. And Jesus was really specific to say, you know what, and Peter, like, go get him. Like, upon the truth that he said, he still is the dude, you know. And then he ends up giving one of the most impassionate speeches, like after Jesus' ascension. So it's like, you know, people have flaws, people have moments. It doesn't take away from who they are. Someone is upset and they cuss. You mean he's human? Oh my God. Yeah, so yeah, you're not gonna.
Yeah. There's just a comment here by Tanya that says the concept of cussing and bad words is a new concept as far as language goes. And Sheldon said real talk. I don't know if that's in relation to the comment or what you said, Tim, but
I think though the even with the cussing, it's just that, like, when we think about speech, what she's saying is 100%, because mass media and being able to just say something and everybody hears you is very, very new. And so the people that organize those things try to control how things are being said and what words are good and what words are bad.
Right.
But that's just humans.
I just said I've been cussing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the fact is that his son is 33, a grown man.
Yeah. Like, can I say? Oh, I thought about this. This has happened to me. Like, this has happened to me. I'm getting all excited and knocking my stuff over. You know what I mean? But you go into a situation, and the person is ready to record it.
Exactly.
They went there to agitate you.
I was just about to say, leading up to that, he probably knew. He probably pushed all the right buttons, knowing that his dad would get to that point, right?
Yep.
And 100 words can do damage without that. 100%.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. And a lot of the times it's not even the word, because I used to be like, I never used to swear. F word, S word, B, nothing. I never used to swear. But we used to say stuff like flock or flip. But you say it with the exact same energy that you would say the F word or the S word or whatever. So it's like, if you're going to really, personally, if your own ethic, if you're going to censor anything or watch anything, watch your energy, because the person doesn't care if you said the word, if you're coming out with a certain energy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
context.
Because we're in that world, right? And especially and no offense to anybody who isn't black that's in here, but especially as black people, I find that we're a little bit more connected to feelings, energy, the earth. That's my opinion. I feel that's how we stay. Whereas, you know, when you go to work, if you have to deal with the government, it's just black and white. It's just zeros and ones, on or off, you know? And so that really doesn't work a lot of the times. We got to code switch to be in that world, because you see that thing and you see that well-crafted email that didn't say any bad words, that didn't, but you know exactly what they're saying.
Exactly. It's like get the point across.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we like, not to rant for much longer, but I was dealing with that too with my kids' school. You know, you know, they're writing these emails, and I literally said, "This is what I need from you," and then they punch in with, all your concerns are blah 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 blah, and I'm like, you didn't acknowledge what I need or what I said. You didn't acknowledge it. You gave me a whole bunch of stuff to make me feel good, but you didn't acknowledge it. And we we would be really wise to pay attention to like the letter, because they know how to do it, because it's not even about and just kind of off topic, but it's not even about the cussing and the this and the that. It's like, what's actually being said here?
Right.
Exactly.
Because just somebody says it
Reading
nice.
between the lines.
Just because somebody says it nice, it doesn't mean that they mean you good.
Right.
You know, it doesn't mean that they mean you good. It doesn't mean that they're on the same page as you. It just means some people are, as per my last, yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's government. Like, I sit there, me and the kid's mom are sitting there, and we're on the phone and we're looking at these emails, and they're like, these people don't know that we're both federal government employees. We speak, we under this. That's a second language.
Yeah.
And when I need something, don't come to me with that, because I know how to do it right back without. Like, how many people here had to write an email for something and you were upset, and then you had to read that thing and you're like, no, I gotta go back and reframe this
or even
thing.
just a text.
Yeah, no cussing, no nothing. But you know that if they have any kind of emotional intelligence, they'll be able to pick out, you just said F you and everybody you love.
Yeah.
You know?
And then some.
Yeah.
Anyways.
No. Very valid points, Mr. Noel.
Yeah.
I agree with what you said.
So do you think there is a difference between good publicity or bad publicity, or do you think it all circumvents? I can't even talk. Do you think it all comes as one?
I feel like in this day and age, it is all kind of twisted in some ways.
Right.
Some people, they don't care if it's necessarily deemed bad. They just like the idea that their name's out there, right? And then they'll do the work to kind of flip the script. Yeah, and spin it. So, yeah.
I think this is.
But I do think there's a distinct, like,
a difference.
Yeah.
I think it depends on what avenue you're in, what group you're in.
Right. Definitely.
Okay. As Kirk Franklin, being a Christian entertainer who has previously crossed the lines, you know, he's done songs with Sting. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he's as big as they come. And then the fact that a very human moment was captured in a cloak and dagger way. I think this is going to be net positive for him.
Oh, for sure.
I think it's going to be net positive for him. I think that people are going to be like, man, of course, no. A lot of people, like, I think a lot of people might share my sentiment about the son. Like, really? You're going to do that to your dad?
Yeah.
You're going to set up your dad?
Yeah. And it was funny on Twitch that on that Sunday morning, I don't know if you guys know what Twitch is. It's like a musical thing for all DJs now.
Well, Twitch. I know Twitch for video gamers.
Like gaming,
but
gaming.
Yeah. Now it's more for DJs. DJs have now taken over. Every DJ that I was listening to was playing Kirk Franklin for a good 30-45 minutes.
Eaters!
So they were just like...
I heard Stomp used to play at the club.
Yep.
There's a song as Stomp from 95.
Yep. Yeah, so I think this just sent his streams a lot higher because this happened.
And also his Tiny Desk was amazing.
And I was just about to say that. You literally took the words out of my mouth. I was just about to say, and he just had this awesome Tiny Desk concert that he did leading up to this. So
now it's almost like, see, we're gonna really get into 2021. It's like, yo, is this whole thing a work? Is the whole thing set up to get even more publicity? Because that's the stuff that happens today.
Yes,
I don't think it was, but like,
right. No,
do you know what I mean?
This was. I don't think
it was, but that's the stuff that people do.
Yes, a lot of times you can sort of catch that vibe when you hear, you know, certain things about people in the media and stuff, and then you hear something else, and then you find out, oh, they have an album coming out in 2 weeks or whatever. But I think this was just a genuine private situation.
Yeah, the daughter even came out.
Tanya said here, at the least, it should challenge Christians' images of holiness, 100%. And the lesson that even in ministry, folks are still human and are flawed, right? 100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yep.
I think like the whole, for Christians it's a little different. But do you remember when I think a lot of like the Western culture lost their innocence, let's say with Bill Clinton? That's just my opinion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You know,
That makes sense. Yeah.
people don't want to hear about that anymore. That whole like, oh, you're a do-gooder and this and that. Like your own president can be just under the table, and people are just like, you know what? I'd rather somebody real.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, anyways, I'm in a ranty mood. I'm very sorry.
Don't be sorry.
Okay.
This is the platform for you to rant.
Yes.
Well, since you say that, no.
Okay, we lost them.
No, I'm here.
Oh my god.
I'm here. My camera. This camera, mad at me now.
The camera can't handle.
He's like, what the heck is this?
I know. He's like, what is going on? Settle down.
Yeah, I mean, for 10 years, and now I fall in 2 nights or 2 times in a night.
That's funny.
Next thing you know, your camera's disappeared. Just walked out of the door.
No, man, I got another one, but it's real cheap.
So you have a backup if this one.
I got a backup.
He's prepared. He's
Freudian.
Yo.
Freudian camera slip.
You shouldn't have said that out loud, man.
The loyalty is real.
Exactly.
Actually, no, you know what? Actually, I bought a couple new cameras. I can't lie.
Oh, wow.
I did.
What
I bought
models?
a couple cameras.
What models?
Yeah.
They're older. This is they're mirrorless DSLR. Oh yeah.
Camera. Okay.
Yeah. And then I bought that one, and then this one.
I like it how he has it like ready. Like
Listen, this is one of the things. This is one of my photography and videography is something that I've been interested in since ever. Yeah. Like my first camcorder I bought was 97.
Okay.
You know, and I would go in and shoot people's weddings and do all that. But right now what it is I like trying to extract the most out of older tech. Like both of those cameras are a few years old.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is, which again, I won't rant on tech because everyone will go to sleep.
Not me, but
Kendra will be fully engaged.
But we've had these discussions.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
Now you know what? I'm gonna save it for Keandra after. Don't worry. Let's move on. Move on.
It's fine by me.
Damn. Okay. That's fine.
Listen, honestly though, this diving check, I work in, girl.
I can't see the cameras anymore. I don't know why. But
now, man, I got in a fight over the cameras too.
So there's a few businesses I would like to hail up. I don't know if you guys checked my Instagram. There was Island's Best Kitchen. If you haven't checked them out, I suggest you do. They are amazing. I had food coma after that.
What up, Mark?
Yeah. Had a good conversation with Mark. So.
Okay, and what's the address? Where is it?
I can't think of the address off the top of my head. It's just off of 124th.
Island Grill?
No, Island's Best Kitchen.
Island's Best. Yeah. Okay.
They're like right behind the Manchester YEG buildings. If that makes sense.
4.6 out of 11 reviews.
They make Haitian and
Jamaican
food. Yeah.
This address says 118 and 105 Ave.
Yeah, it's like in the back. I don't know how to explain it.
Is it a restaurant or somebody's house?
It's a restaurant.
Okay, just checking.
Yeah. It's
I haven't tried it yet, but I've been. I suggest
you do.
Yeah, I have Mark on Facebook. I saw when they first started it up, and they were getting a lot of buzz. So definitely need to check it out for sure.
Yeah, I think it was an old English bar, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because some of the stuff is still up there. And then
I just put the address in the chat.
I saw that. I appreciate that. Thank you. And then there was also a Jamaican food truck that just started. I don't know if they're fully operational yet, but they actually repurposed an old school bus, which is kind of cool. Yeah,
that is cool.
So you can sit in there, eat your food. They have a small little bar in the corner of the bus. So when they're operational, I'm definitely gonna hire them for some events that I have planned for the summer.
Nice.
Because it's I think it's a cool idea. I think more businesses should.
That's smart.
Yeah, I think more businesses should do that for sure.
There was
There's
a
also
guy. There was a guy that used to do barbecue, or I don't know if he still does it, but he retired and then started doing barbecue out of he had just got a food truck,
okay.
and this man was so busy. Like there'd be
Yeah.
lines. And he would always be on the south side somewhere. We'd leave
Okay.
from the west end to go to the south side to get this guy's ribs and his
Oh wow.
whatever.
Ribs.
And it's a great thing. And he said like this was supposed to be my little project, and it turned into another full-time job. It was so successful.
Huh.
That's good.
So yeah, I think
And you
that
said
if
he has
people-
a food truck. Do you know what it's called? Or
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called. I'll ask one of the I found out about from one of the guys at work, and we used to go there.
okay.
Okay.
I'll find out the name.
Okay,
But
yeah, definitely.
he's one of those guys that would like I think you had to follow him on something, and he would say, "Hey, this is where I'm going to be."
Oh, okay.
And
Was it that food truck app that Edmonton had a while ago?
I don't
No?
know. Like I don't even know if he's been doing it in the last couple of years, because this was maybe
Oh, okay.
4 or 5 years ago. But
Okay.
that's when the first time when I was like, "Yo, you can make bank if
Mhm.
people like your food, they will come from wherever to get it."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Anyways, carry on. There was another business you wanted to talk about.
Yes, Coolie Pops
Cool.
by Tracy Ann. They
Okay.
are amazing. I'm like a loyal, when I have money, I am her loyal customer.
I've tried
Because
them. I've tried them a couple times. They are pretty good.
They are, yeah.
Yeah.
The last batch that she gave me was extremely strong. I appreciate
Oh wait,
that.
they're alcoholic?
They're alcoholic.
Yes,
Yeah.
they are. See, Tanya said yes.
Easy over there.
Yes. Yes.
Easy.
And it's a perfect time
They
to
are
hit her
very
up.
good. They are
'cause
very good.
It's a perfect time to hit her up because it's starting to slowly get warm.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
what
it's
is
good
it like?
flex.
Okay, I hear Coolie Pop and a bunch of things
It's
come
like
to
a
head.
lollipop. Not a lollipop.
Not a
It's-
lollipop. It's a
like
freezy.
It's like a freezy. Sorry.
Freezy.
Oh,
Yeah, with alcohol in it. She has Henny. She has vodka. She has, what else does she have? She has rum.
She supplied
Yeah.
my entire Christmas, Tanya said.
Yo, I almost got her to supply my Christmas, but it was too cold for me.
so hold on. Now, is it labeled?
Yes.
Does she have like professional? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Because that's another story.
It's a kind of cool.
Wait,
Kind of cool.
what do you mean it's another story? What's what?
It wasn't alcohol, but it was one time I accidentally
Just kidding.
put my pre-workout in the wrong bag.
Oh,
And it
shoot.
ended up with my kids' lunch that I packed when I was sending them to their grandmother's.
Oh no.
Ooh.
And she made juice out of my pre-workout.
Oh
Which
no.
stuff, it's
no.
caffeine.
The
It
kids
has all
were
this.
like all jittery and stuff.
And I was like, I call her, and I'm like, oh my gosh,
oh my
could
gosh.
you use a green drink mix in the thing? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, oh no, that's that lady. That's one of the one times I've seen her mad. Because she said all the kids were nuts. Because
I can imagine. Oh my gosh.
they drank just a little, because the stuff doesn't really taste, it doesn't taste that great.
Right.
So the kids drank it, didn't like it, and left it. But the little they drank, they were just, yeah.
Mhm.
She was
So
bad.
so you got a cussing is what you're saying.
I got a cussing, I
He
did.
got a
Yeah.
cussing.
She
You
was
got a
just
cussing.
And that was okay, right, Tim?
Yes, it was okay.
Because you
And
deserved
didn't
it.
feel
I don't,
record
well, I
Or
didn't
be-
feel,
and post it for the world to hear and see.
nah,
Noted.
she was great. She was great. That's my mother, that's my kid's grandmother. She passed away. She was a
Oh,
great
okay.
lady. That's a great woman.
Yeah.
She's a great woman. Great woman.
Yeah.
Like, you know that matriarchal black mother, grandmother, like 6, 7 kids around. She ain't even tired.
Mhm.
You know?
Wow.
Yeah, she was amazing. She was amazing.
Wow.
Nice.
Her name was Gail. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Anyways.
So
Nope.
we've reached our hour. That was
Nah, it wasn't my mom. It was I just don't know. I just don't cuss. I just don't cuss. No. I just don't cuss. No.
Oh, that's
Well, no, she cusses, but she doesn't like
Doesn't give him the Kirk.
My mother,
Kirk cussing.
yeah, she won't get hurt though. Let me not tell Inez stories. Oh gosh.
Okay, all right. Those will be private moment stories.
I should did that with homemade edibles and accidentally got a nursing mom pretty stoned.
Oh wow.
Oh!
Baking cookies, SMH.
Wow.
Alrighty.
Suddenly, I don't feel so stressed. I can have a couple more babies.
Oh my gosh.
Oh geez. Are there any businesses you get to hail up?
At the moment, not that I can think of personally.
No.
Not that I can think of right now.
Sun Pinnacle. All right, so we're in our hour. It went by fast without nothing.
It did.
So we're gonna see you guys again next Wednesday.
God's willing.
Yeah, man. Everybody stay safe and COVID free.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And love up the people you're supposed to love up.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Amen.
Do you want to say that again for those in the back that didn't hear?
Love up the people you're supposed to love up.
Love up the people you're supposed to love.
That's a good start. I could say love up your enemies, but maybe that may take a little time.
Whatever.
Just if you spend your time loving up the people you're supposed to love up, the other people won't matter as much, or maybe they may come around.
Yes.
And
I want to thank. Yeah, if they don't, whatever. I want to thank everyone for watching. Please make sure. June was watching.
I think she slipped a few comments in there earlier. But,
I didn't see.
She well quiet tonight, right?
Very quiet. Very quiet.
Yeah, no, I did see a couple comments.
Did you?
I did too.
Okay, I must have missed them. All right, I'm sorry, June. Please forgive me. I still love you. But anyway, have a good night, guys.
Thank you.
I want to thank all the new people watching. Thank you for tuning in tonight.
Thank you for supporting.
Thank you for supporting. Share the live. We try to have fun over here. We try.
Definitely. And I think we're a fun bunch,
I think so.
Not just the hosts, but our followers as well.
Our followers.
So, yeah, you guys keep things. You guys really make it, man. You guys really make it. The comments are fantastic.
They are.
Yeah.
And
really
the feedback,
great.
You guys
great.
Are quick. If I'm like, hey, can someone check this out? You guys are checking it out, Googling it, popping it in the comments. So you guys really
appreciate it.
With this
we appreciate it.
Our little Let's Be Real community. So. We got to come up with like a cheesy relights. They're the relights.
Okay, that'll be. I'll put a poll.
One of next week's discussions.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll put a little post saying what should we call our Let's Be Real community.
Yeah.
And then we'll announce it next Wednesday.
There you go.
Good
Bam.
to me.
Yes. All right. Cool.
Sounds good to me.
All right. Everyone have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Thanks again.
Bye.